What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology Retold news. So right now, Gamescom is on, and we've had a little sneak peek at a little bit more gameplay, a little bit more of what the game looks like. I mean, we have seen the beta, the stress test, so a lot of this stuff isn't exactly new, but it does look absolutely beautiful. And I know that the thing that everyone is excited to be seeing, to be talking about, to be wanting to know what everyone's opinions on is the new Freyr Gods Pack. Freyr has been confirmed to be a major god for the Norse civilization, focused on defensive gameplay. Norse is known to be really, really aggressive, lots of raiding, lots of like craziness, but this Freyr god is going to be basically playing incredibly defensive. Now, I mean, if you asked me, I would probably tell you that Thor is a relatively defensive Norse god. So what the developers are obviously going to be attempting to do with this god is going to be taking that to the next level. There's new god powers, there's new minor gods, there's new myth units, there's going to be new technologies. We don't exactly know everything about it, but we do know what the 3 extra minor gods are going to be. We've got the classical age, which is Ulla, which gives you access to the myth unit, the Draugr. Now, the Draugr is a archer myth unit, a ranged myth unit which shoots arrows in a cone. It's very, very similar to the troll. So I'm not sure exactly what to think about this, apart from now Norse gets an extra ranged myth unit option in the classical age. Obviously only going to be available to Freyr, but it's basically the troll. Think about it like the troll, but does a little bit more damage, and it's not going to be crowd controlling anymore. You also get access to a fortress. Now, unfortunately, we haven't seen exactly what this fortress does. I'm going to assume that it's a regular fort which shoots arrows, but the question is, do I get access to the Huskarl in this building? Do I get access to portable rams in this building in the classical age? Now, if it's the case that I get access to either of these 2 units, this really changes the way that Norse can be played. So Norse generally struggles to really go for a killing blow in the classical age. If you get access to the portable rams, now I'm going to be able to attack you with these in the classical age and really punish any sort of defensive boomy playstyle. If I get access to the Huskarl in the classical age, well, we already know how strong a full wood-based army can be for the Norse in throwing axemen and Huskarl against the Greek. It's going to be really, really challenging for Greek players to get through this. Now, if you're playing against, say, Egyptians, or actually, this is also good against Atlanteans, but if you're playing against Egyptians, you're probably not going to be wanting to build the Huskarl in the classical age if you have access to them. This is all a whole bunch of ifs, whats, ands, buts, all that stuff. So, yeah. And then we've also got a new technology that was shown to us, whether or not they intended to or not. It is called Ring Oath. This one is, it says, Ulla vows to defend the realm of men, allowing his Asgardian Bastion god power to be recast with a greatly reduced favor cost. This is really, really cheap, 75 gold, 16 favor. You can actually see that the recast cost on the fort is looking like it's 100 favor at the moment, so this is going to bring it down to 50. There's also Freyr's gift, which adds -5 to favor cost. Not exactly sure what that means, but this is going to make your secondary recast of the fort and every subsequent cast after that incredibly cheap, which should mean you can really go down this path. If you fight a lot in the classical age, you can get a lot of these forts down and have a really, really fun time of it. Next, we have Eggy, who is the god of storms. He has this kind of weather effect, this hailstorm type thing going on, which slows units and damages them. He also has access to the Stone Golem, which is a bit of a terrifying unit that apparently can devour buildings. And following this on, the Mythic Age god is Vidar, whose god power can basically only be described as like utter chaos in the form of a fiery wolf, which honestly looks to me like this is Norse's first destructive Mythic Age god power. Norse gets Fimbulwinter, not really a destructive god power. Ragnarok, not really a destructive god power. Nidhogg, you know, these are all kind of doing something a little bit different. So this does give Norse that oomph that they need leading into the Mythic Age to kind of set up to have like a really, really fun kind of late game style. So this might be the time that sort of late game Norse deathmatch lovers might want to enjoy this god and try and play towards that super late game. And then Vidar's myth unit is Fafnir, and this unit looks terrifying. It's literally a dragon. Don't really know what it does. Haven't seen that, but if it's a dragon, it has to be insanely strong, right? That's all I can really conjure up. The only other dragons in the game that we've seen are the Nidhogg, right? That's it. And the Nidhogg is gigantic. It's terrifying. So this myth unit is going to be big. And finally, without showing it off, they did click on Gulen Bursty, or they hovered over Gulen Bursty. Yeah, so we get to see exactly what this is. This is the Age 1 God Power for Freyr. It targets one of your or your allies' town center to summon and command Freyr's Golden Boar from the extra campaign for Norse. So we've actually got that coming into the game. Don't exactly know what it does, but it does say it becomes stronger in each age, which is very, very interesting. Question obviously is going to be how strong, when do I want to use it? What can I do with this thing? Really excited to see what this actually does, because if it's on a timer, that's one thing. If you just get it forever, that's another thing. Obviously, it's only able to be cast on your town center, so the developers are obviously wanting it to be a defensive god power. But I mean, later into the game, I might be able to build a forward town center. I might be able to use Gulen Bursty on it, and then I might be able to use that for offense. So this is going to be a really, really interesting god. They obviously want it to be defensive, but design versus actual what happens practically are two different things. So we'll see what this god is going to shape up to be. My opinion of this basically is, generally speaking, Norse on defense is not where you want to be. If you're on defense, your infantry units that you're going to be wanting to be attacking, you're going to be actually needing to be kind of building, and you're just not going to have anything to really have to defend. So it's going to be a real big juggle between the two of, like, this god is supposed to be a defensive god versus this god, or this civilization is supposed to be on the offense. So we'll see if it's going to work out. It looks beautiful. I'm excited to play it. And what does this actually mean going forward in Retold? If they're making an extra god for Norse, does this mean extra gods for Greek, Egyptian, Atlantean are coming forward? If they are, which major gods are they going to be? Which minor gods are they going to throw in? Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about that. I'm excited to just see more content in this game. If it's at the level of quality that they're showing us here, it's just going to be absolutely insane. So really, really looking forward to this. If you guys are excited about this, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next game.